importance, that you are good and every day, and you can make it every way, every day. And hope for the best every day.
I mean, actors are the type of people who want to dress up and be other people anyway, so it's like, I don't know. Please subscribe.
Wait on me, so we can see more of this silly world. The world, it isn't bad, as long as you think happy thoughts and not be sad, and hope for the best every day. See your importance, that you are good and every day, and you can make it every way, every day.
Get ready to go, Fujo! Oh, you have drinks? Okay. This is something you rarely see, but I'm at McDonald's, and they actually have an application, paper applications right here. So whenever you go over here, you can also text. So right here, we're passing under Dallas East 183. This is a bridge. And last night, I saw the carpetbagger. He was at Arlington, or in Arlington, at Six Flags over Texas. And it's funny because I used to work there. I used to work in a thing called the Hollywood Stunt Show. I was one of the counters. I'd count people that were coming in with a little counter. And I did that for a summer. And was getting a thing of nachos. Climbed over a fence to the Hollywood Stunt Show thing, and they wrote me up. Then I was bouncing a one of those little bouncy balls, those hyper balls that you bounce, and it broke a light fixture thing. It was a one of those light fixtures, and they finally just let me go. But it was cool. I worked there. It was right after they removed the dolphins. They had a dolphin show, a diving show. They had some cool shows there, a gunslinger show and all kinds of stuff, Batman show for a long time. But I was there probably like 1990, around that time. I saw Delight at that stadium, the dun 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 dun. I saw Delight there, and some other bands too that played in that stadium that's there in the park and Six Flags. Pretty interesting little vlog. I gave him a thumbs up. Thanks, Carpetbagger. It was pretty good. I like to see some of those old rides, like the Conquistador, the Mexican Hat. It was funny that France is where the cigarette section is. So they have France was one of the flags of Texas, Spain, Confederate flag, the American state flag, then the country Texas flag. But France is just a smoking section. That's pretty funny. Hey, you guys. I say you all. Straight ahead could be a Six Flags attraction. Leave a comment. I'm looking from a long distance, but I know the parachutes was a really cool attraction that I didn't see. I leave a comment about the Carpetbagger at Six Flags yesterday. But right now we're dealing with April 7th. He probably did that on April 5th. He might have done it on April 6th. But he didn't mention Hurricane Harbor, of course. That's probably not operating, but that's opposite of Six Flags. It was a cool vlog. One ride that was really cool was the cave ride a long time ago at Six Flags. It was a really cool one. Kind of like It's a Small World, but in a cave. And when I went on the oil derrick thing, I kissed a girl in junior high, or actually it was probably middle school, named Jody Zingler. I think it was Jody Ziegler on the oil derrick. That was usually where you went to kiss a girl. You went on the oil derrick. See it right over that center building. That's the oil derrick. The very center building there. See it right there. So it looks like we have traffic right before Lamar. If you look like right there, you can see the oil derrick. Should be getting a little bit closer. Superman's right next to it to the left. When we were kids, my dad would always say, well, that was better than Six Flags. You know, if we hit like a bump or in the car, we go out to the deer lease to go hunting and get stuck in some mud or something. My dad would be like, that was better than Six Flags. It was always like, if we hit a big bump, and that was kind of like a count, you know, that we had kind of in a way gone to Six Flags, you know, in our imagination. We did have season passes. My step-parent, his parents worked for Bell Helicopter, so they would get season passes for really cheap and give them to us. So we would always, summertime when I was 12 or whatever, maybe 13, we'd have seasons passes. They just drop us off for daycare at Six Flags. We were there all the time, and it got to the point where we kind of got tired of it a little bit. We had, you know, memorized lines from the gun show, or the gunslinger show. They had gunslingers out there, that these real loud guns. And I think some of the actors that were part of that gunslinging show, I ended up actually meeting in a theater that I used to work at in college. One of my friends actually was Batman at Six Flags, and a friend girl in college, Jessica, she was Batgirl. Lamar was actually a Batman in the Batman stunt show, which I don't even know if they still have. So we are approaching the side of Six Flags going towards Fort Worth, and you can see it right here. There's several of the rides. It looks what used to be kind of like the parachutes, which I think now is Superman. Or actually, no, it's the other way around. That one's a different ride. They changed the parachutes to parachute swings. They must have moved that over. Superman's right here, and there's the oil derrick. The Shockwave is actually the one where Carpetbagger saw go loop to loop. That's actually known as the Shockwave. The Giant is one of the largest roller coasters that's made out of wood in the world. One of them, the Giant is. Several people have lost their life on the Giant. And the one in the background way over there, at the Pinnacle, right back that way, That one, I've never ridden. That one's a pretty crazy one. But yeah, the Giant has, you know, it's haunted. That thing is scary. This right here is Hurricane Harbor. Back in the 80s, when I would go there, it was called Wet and Wild. That was the Dos Duca right there that's going under right there. That one was a free fall, kind of almost vertical drop, known as the Dos Duca. There's a tail end of it right there. It says like American flag, and then it says Minnesota autoplates. This is actually the Arlington area right here. If you look pretty much straight ahead, you'll see pretty good kind of horizon of AT&T Stadium, where Chris Kyle was buried. Cowboys played. Well, I mean, Chris Kyle wasn't buried there. I mean, he could have been. I don't know for sure, but AT&T Stadium is where they had his funeral. His funeral moment. It's where Chris Kyle had his funeral, is what I meant to say. Yeah, boy, I got some traffic. Ooh. So when I was a kid, that was Dos Duca. It was called Dos Duca at Wet and Wild. There. Now it's called Hurricane Harbor. That thing was very, very fast. Lots of fun. These are actually really good because you can touch screen them right here. Go back this way. Different right here.